Thank you for joining us, everyone. Welcome to the Maryland State 9-Ball Championship from Champion Billiards Sports Bar here in Frederick, Maryland. I'm Dave Nangle, and joining me in the booth is Josh McCulley.
Hello, hello.
We've got a good matchup here for you first. John Francisco versus Chris Funk. See, for those of you who are interested, we have a 578 Fargo for John Francisco and a 626 Fargo for Chris Funk.
I had firsthand knowledge of how good Chris can play in the last Maryland State, the bar table. Chris actually beat me in the first round.
Over against the wall with the writing on the back of the shirt. That's him. See it? Yeah. Just turning around now. Pretty sure that's him. Yeah.
Okay. So John will be breaking first, using a preset pattern for the rack so that everybody is breaking the same rack, so we don't have people using patterns that might be advantageous for their way of breaking. Pattern is the 1 in front, obviously, then the 7 and 8, then the 3, 9, 4, the 5, 6, and then lastly the 2.
Unfortunately, and somehow he does break dry. I don't expect to see a lot of that today. Using the turtle rack, balls get nice and tight, and usually you can get that wing ball just to fire in the hole. And you'll see a lot of people, not necessarily soft breaking, but for a better term, not hitting them as hard. And just trying to get shape on the one using a cut shot and drawing the cue ball back a little bit. And usually you'll be making the matters what side you break on, either the 3 or the 4 in the corner. All right. He's going to go for the carom right off the bat. It's in the 2-ball up table.
Well, and just checking out the brackets here as they have been posted, and I've drawn a bit of an unfortunate first round match, as is my norm in Maryland State 9-ball championships. Recently had to play Kevin West and Sean Wilkie as my first round opponents, and this time I get the honor of playing Brandon Schuff first.
All right, so I think John can see the edge of this too, and if so, he's just going to spin it, come 3 rails, but oh, he hit the 4. And all right. Luckily, the 2 went just far enough, doesn't leave the 2-9 combo.
For anybody interested, there is a link to the brackets in the comments as well as in the description of the stream.
Who did I end up drawing?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. You have Jorge Ortiz.
Right.
I don't even think he's written on there. I think that was the last edition that at the end.
Yep, I don't see. Actually, I don't see him at all. Oh, you said he was written in.
Yeah, he was written in at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, actually, my match is set up to possibly play the winner of this match.
No, Johnny plays the winner.
That's what I said, possibly.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All right, so Chris is making quick work after getting ball in hand. Sets himself up for a 5-9. Now, mostly I would usually say you don't want to hit it soft, but just hit it soft, big pocket, and if you leave the 9, you leave the 9. But he hits that ball good, goes up 1-0, and it will be him to break.
Yep. Okay, I'd like to take a quick moment to thank some of our sponsors. Aramith, the signature of true Belgian-made quality. AZ Billiards, the A to Z of billiards online. be more detailing.
I don't have a chat box for some reason.
Where's your guy?
Well, other than the comment, the link to the brackets, there's nothing in the chat. So,
Yeah,
but it is kind of odd that you don't have one.
And then even down here. So I'm gonna get out of this. See, that's how I like to break. A little hard. You're not gonna have a shot on the one right now, but a little bit better spread and a less chance of leaving an early 9 in my mind, because the balls aren't as cluttered, so you don't have more angles to actually combo 9, because nothing is called in this tournament. It is a Texas Express 9 ball. We are playing 3 foul. Jump cues are allowed, and
9 on the break does not count.
9 on the break
However,
does
it
not
is
count.
spotted.
Yes.
And races to 7 on both sides.
I
I
now have
believe
my
we
chat
ended
box.
up with 89 players for this week. One of the larger showings we've had here for Maryland State on the 9-foot tables at Champions.
Hello, Cody. How are you?
Yeah. Chris elected to push out.
Don't really know how I feel about that push though.
Yeah, man, it looks like the 2 goes to me, and he's got an angle to drift down. Oh wait, the one's on the table. Never mind.
Yeah.
I,
But after that,
yeah,
the 2 does go. See.
I really didn't see the 1 ball. Gets a good shape on the 3, but he's kind of tied the 5 up.
Yeah, that ball's gonna be tough to get on no matter what. Now I think
The only pocket I think he has for the 5 is the right side, and with the angle he has on the 3, I don't know how you get on it for the right side.
what you can do is you just come up, spin to where you want to be just above the 8. You can bank the 5 ball and just freeze the cue ball in the back of the 6, or you can bank it and push forward, trying to actually make the 5. And if you do, you have the 6-9. But I like more just playing the safe. So you just come up probably about the 3rd diamond, and then you're trying to go ahead and bank the 5 to play safe.
That looks exactly like what he's trying to do here.
So he's hitting that, yeah.
Yeah,
He played it.
yeah. He didn't even play it as a 2-way. He just went straight for the bank.
And even if he made the 5, I mean, he doesn't really have anything on the 6.
Yeah.
I think that's just not being familiar with the table. Diamonds and gold crowns do play different, and I don't know how much he did get to practice today, but being a player of his level, he's played on Brunswicks, he's played on Gabriel's, he's played on Diamonds, he's played on everything. So sometimes it does take a little bit to get used to the rails when switching over from tables.
Hey, Bobby, thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying watching.
Thank you. I will try and shoot well, especially with you being one of my Q sponsors with that Q-Tech shaft. I end up having to get the tip replaced on it, and trying something new this weekend. It's a tournament that I wouldn't be shocked if I ran deep, but it's not really an expectation like I do when we play on the bar tables at Brews. So I figure if I was going to try anything,
And looks
do
like
it
Chris
now.
is going to take a 2-0 lead here. Will be John to break. I guess I was outside when they did him, but
He's also really small, so
No,
it's
I
hard,
know.
it's easy to miss him. We were just talking about one of the players, one of my favorite players that's going to be in the tournament, and he's like, "Did you see him?" Well, if he was definitely if he's sitting down in here, it's very easy to lose anybody because everybody's kind of well, pool players all look the same. It's
well,
just
I didn't remember them auctioning him off in the Calcutta, but I was outside for a little while during part of the Calcutta, so that could explain that.
so John decides to hit this break harder than the previous one. Now that one ball will cut in the side, and you don't have to hit it hard. You just want to bump into the 8 and stop right there. When he misses it.
That'll be a good match.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, I know him. It's not necessarily a new venue. We just switch up from doing the Maryland State Championships on bar tables at Brews, and the 9-footers have always been here at Champions in Frederick.
This is our first time back here since September of 2019 due to COVID. We were unable to run any 9-foot table tournaments last year. The COVID regulations in this county made it to where it wouldn't have been possible.
Ooh. Chris double kisses off that ball and spins it in, so that one was frozen. Most likely.
I believe we would have only been able to use like 7 tables last year here, and that just isn't enough to run a tournament of this size.
So with ball in hand here, John's going the opposite way that I would. It's the right way, don't get me wrong, because you can push the 5 down and freeze on the back of the 7, but I'm actually shooting this one ball and playing the 1-9 combo and then drawing back and just freezing on the 7.
Looks like he may have taken a look at that there for a minute.
And it's no harm in the shot.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, if I can find a free combo like that where you can play safe if you don't make the combo, I like to take those shots.
He's electing with a pretty wide open table to not play safe or go for the 9. Just go ahead and run it out.
I did not realize the 1 passed by the 7 there.
I don't care if the 1 does pass by the 7. I'm still shooting the 1-9.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't even know that was an option. So.
And now from here, he looks like he's drawing back. I like to just come underneath the. All right. Oh.
Ooh.
I would say early morning jitters, but it's afternoon. So.
Unfortunately, we do not have our direct overhead camera here, so we cannot get some of the nice angles we would like to have.
Me personally, I like this view better than all of them.
Oh, no, I agree, but it's nice to have the overhead occasionally. It shows you some angles that you can't see from this one.
Yes. Ooh, he's going to freeze himself to the back of the 5. All right, he doesn't freeze.
I mean, not frozen, but yeah. Not in a good position here.
No.
Okay. Those of you out there, if you're enjoying this stream, please like the stream, subscribe to our channel, maybe share the stream to your favorite social media platforms.
Yes, you can share and scream. You didn't think I wasn't going to notice that.
No, I knew you noticed. I could tell with your expression.
He's in a pretty tough spot here. I go 1 rail down. I kick the bottom rail here, and I go 1 rail and try and make the 4 on the side. Here, if you're hitting it, if you hit this ball a little too thick, you scratch. If you hit it a little too thin, you leave nothing. You leave everything, I should say. But if you hit it perfect,
nice.
then that's awesome. That was a good shot.
Yes, it was. You almost got lucky and left him behind the 6 ball, but expect we'll see a safety here. Did not execute particularly well though.
Yeah, he was trying to get the 4 all the way to the rail, because you leave that angle, the 5 blocks the bank. He has 2 different safes, but it's more of a containing safe.
Yeah.
And he just hit it way too soft.
Yeah, and here Chris will have a shot in the side pocket.
Now, if he's straight enough, he can just roll this in. If
I don't
not,
think he
he
is.
can
I think
he
he's
can
got
come
some
across.
angle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
comes across, gets behind the 6, jumps the 5 in, and gets out. I don't think he's jumping that ball.
No, I don't think so.
You might,
Probably not.
because of the distance the 5 has to go.
Yes.
Okay. And it's honestly, it's a pretty straight in kick.
Yeah.
And you lag the kick, you hit a pocket speed. If you make the 5, you're dead on the 6. If you miss the 5, you can possibly get it in an awkward situation for John. And I think that's what he's going to do. I don't expect him to hit this hard at all. It's a little bit harder than I thought he was. And then that 5 ball comes out. If you hit that ball just pocket speed, because you're really not risking
and the
it.
5 ball came out, but it doesn't go by the 8. That's a tough cut into the other corner.
Yes. He's going to play the 5-8 combo. Or he's trying to thin off and play a safe. If he thins this, if he's too thick, he scratches. Huh. Wow, he almost made that ball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I looked away for a second. I didn't realize that. Oh, yeah. Little harder, and he makes the 6 in the corner.
Yeah. Now, if Chris plays like he did against me, he's very aggressive. He's just going to go ahead and cut this in and send the cue ball down near the 6 as a backup plan. Or he banks the 5 towards the 6. Either way, he's going to be aggressive. When I played him last tournament, it was a very, very good match. I was happy with how I shot. He just shot a little bit better, and he plays exactly how I want someone to play. Very aggressive, but when he needs to play a lockup safe, he can. So now John cannot waste this opportunity. And he doesn't. He makes the 7.
Gets perfect shape on the 5.
Yeah. I think he's got to be having jitters. Because there's no reason to hit the ball anywhere near as hard as he just did. And
No.
He's still trying to figure out the speed of this table.
Yeah.
Now, on paper, Chris is a favorite in this match. But I don't really trust the paper a lot when it's close.
Yeah.
So if John cannot get out here, Chris wins this match. Now, if John can get out here and Chris doesn't have a good break, then we have a match again. But John's going to need something to bring his confidence about. Hello, Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy. Once again, how come you're not playing, Jeremy?
All right, so John gets out. It's 2-1, and it will be Chris to break. So if anybody has looked at the brackets, after you see everybody's draw, who do you guys pick as the favorite? Or if we could do the Calcutta now, after looking at everybody's draw, who would you think would go in the first bid? I'll put it that way, I guess. Well, Chris has a good break. 2 balls going to come around and give him the 2-9 combo.
No.
No, it goes right by. and he
The
can,
3 does not go in the side, so
but he can draw past the 7 and shoot the 3 in the corner.
yeah.
Yeah. You're just cheating this ball a little bit. An eighth of an inch here equals a foot down table, so you don't have to cheat it that much.
Looks like he's
Yeah.
a little uncomfortable with this, possibly because of having to bridge over the 7 ball.
There you go. Good shot. I know me personally, even though that 5 and 9 didn't make any difference in that shot at all, it bothers me having to shoot past 2 balls to get into a pocket. For some reason, my eyes just don't see it as well. So that might have been what he was looking at as well.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Just the visual distraction.
Jeremy, I will not be playing in the tournament next week in Cambridge, but I am definitely going to try and come up, hang out, check out Danny's new bar marina, as I called it last time, but pool hall bowling alley. And see how everything goes. All right, so Chris can either elect to hold or just do a simple center ball stun shot, come down to the rail and out. I don't like trying to hold this ball. You have the angle to do it, but there's no reason to. So if you can take out any possibility of an error, then take it out. Because if you don't draw this well enough, you get a bad angle. You draw it too much, you can just really mess yourself up. And here, I mean, it's a very wide side pocket. But from the angles he's at, even to just slow roll it leaves himself a bad cut.
I think I play this down to the corner.
Yeah.
Gives you a better angle on the 9. He disagrees.
Almost hangs it. It was a very climatic finish. And he's going to go ahead and go up 3-1, and it will be John to break.
Okay. And getting a word from a couple more of our sponsors while we're waiting for the next rack. Brian's
Yeah,
Cue
Jeremy,
Repair.
you
Brian is
very
on
well
site
could be
doing
right. It could have
cue
been the
repair at
bridge.
Bruising Cues Mondays and Fridays, as well as
I'm
during
just saying,
large
in
tournaments.
my experience with that shot, it's not the bridge that bothers me. It's literally just shooting past 2 balls that have nothing to do with the entire thing.
GMR Construction. We cover all your masonry needs.
John gets a good break. One's going to come 2 rails. Actually, it's going to end up hitting the 3rd. And that's what this break should look like, in my mind. You pop the cue ball, you make the wing ball. One ball comes around because you're cutting it towards the side pocket, but you're not trying to make it because the 2 balls in the back of the rack, so it could be kicked around. You don't know where it's going to go. You want it to miss the side pocket and end up going 2 rails around. And then from there, it's just where the other balls have laid. Now I have no problem here cutting this 2 ball in and actually running into the 9. If you try and go on either side, you can get in trouble.
Yeah, my issue with running into the 9 is I always seem to manage to run into it at the exact angle that keeps it in between me and the 4 ball.
Yeah, I can understand that. Pretty much just stop this ball if he wants. Oh, he overdid it.
Oh, wow.
He was trying to keep that angle and push the 4 wide. I'm going to follow the advice I've been given for years today. I'm just going to kiss the balls. Keep it simple, stupid. That's all I'm going to do. Like there's no reason for him to have to try and get perfect on the 5. The 5 and 6 are right next to each other, and he has a lot of room to work.
Yeah.
So he just pushed it a little wide, trying to get too good. Here, Chris is going to be a little bit of stun draw. He doesn't want to get straight on the 6. Wants to leave himself just a little bit of angle. It matters how he wants to go about this. That might be too much angle, but he's still going to be fine. If he doesn't put a good stroke on this, though, he does scratch right in the side pocket on a draw. He wanted to be, I think, just a little bit straighter. And a little bit, maybe even a little bit further back. And if you're going forward, you run the risk of, if you hit it too hard, told you if you didn't hit it good, you risk scratching there. And yeah, he put a good stroke on it. He made the ball. He was just trying to come to the rail, but that angle right there is to scratch. So John's gonna get ball in hand. Pretty simple 3-ball out.
Chance to get back to within 1 rack.
Hit a good speed. A little bit softer than he would like, but he's still gonna be fine. I thought he overcut that for a second.
So did I.
All right, it is 3-2. It will be Chris to break. Even with that a little mistake from Chris, he still has control of this match. It is an alternate break format. He is up 3-2, and it is his break. So John can play perfect from here, and Chris just having the luxury of being up and breaking right now would still be able to beat him from here.
Another good break by Chris. Not sure whether or not he can see that one.
If he can, it's an overcut angle even on this table. Actually, it's a little bit closer than I thought. Sorry? Yeah. It's on YouTube, On the Hill Productions. Right,
Yeah,
so
no, he just came up behind it.
Kicked it out. On these tables, leaving distance is usually a good save. It's just being able to put a good hit, controlling the cue ball.
Especially from this angle, if he tries to cut that down to the corner, there's a good chance he scratches. Even if he doesn't scratch,
Well, he there's enough room to hit
No, I know
between
that. I
the
know
5.
that.
But yeah, but if he hits it bad, yeah. And just comes straight across. Ooh,
yeah,
he is not comfortable.
no, he's not.
I can't blame him. On the bar table, I like to see as many matches as I can get streamed of myself. I hope I don't end up on this table once this weekend, unless it's the finals. Yes, even the hot seat match, don't want to be there. Second, third, nope, only the finals.
Good
So.
cut by Chris. Left himself a bit of a back cut here on the 2 ball. Be tricky to get back on the 3. He might run into the 6 if he doesn't get a good stroke on this.
Hit that
He hit
good.
That very nice.
Of all shots, this is a shot I have trouble with. Because all you have to do is put right on it and you're coming straight across. I always draw this ball and get bad on the 5. Yeah. I know what I'm doing wrong, and I'm too stupid to fix it. It's not even really fixing it. It's just doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's a shot I have a tendency not to get all the way across the table. I think it's because I've been playing on bar tables too much. But
with that 5 being frozen, he's worried about his stroke there. He wanted to hit it with almost the same stroke he just hit the 4 ball with. Or 3, the ball before that. I can't remember if it was the 3 or the 4.
I believe it was the 3.
Okay. He wanted to hit it with the same stroke, but with that ball being frozen, you have actually less room for error, because if you undercut it even a little bit, it's just bouncing off the rail. So he decided to hit it safer and leave himself still a makeable shot on the 6, and he is going to scratch on the 7.
Wow. So that's 2 racks in a row. He's given John ball in hand with only 3 balls on the table.
This is a little bit of a tougher out.
Yeah.
But yeah, John's going to get out. And it's going to be 3-3 with his break, and now he has complete control.
I wouldn't be leaving myself any angle here. I'd be setting this up straight in just to draw back a little bit. I don't know why I don't like coming off the rail like that.
Me personally, I like setting it up. I like setting it up the way he did. On a bar table, I'm lining up straight. On the bigger table, I am giving myself an angle just to bounce off the rail and come out. Which there's really no reason for, because if I want to be exactly where he was, I can just line the cue ball and draw it. He's got to be careful here. Last one, he overcut a little bit and still went in. This one, if he realized that and tries to undercut this one just a little bit, he's scratching right in that side. Nope, hit it good.
And it is 3-3.
3-3. John to break.
Let's hear from a couple more of our sponsors. Gino Cunningham of Keller Williams Integrity, making dreams come true, one home at a time. High Rock, we share your passion for billiards. Use code OTH17 at checkout to get free shipping on orders of at least $35.
I saw the comment, let's go Johnny. I was like, Johnny's not playing. Oh, John. Yeah, when I see Johnny DS, they're one of our really, really good friends, one of my best friends, and a manager at Brews, and a player who's also playing in this tournament. We just always just call him Johnny. And yes, John's a very common name, and so is Johnny. But when I saw that, I was like, he's not even playing right now.
Doesn't mean people can't root for him.
Save the rooting for the people playing right now. So, DS, I guess you would pick John to win this match. Hopefully.
Oh, and speaking
Yeah.
of Johnny, he will be
Yes.
playing the winner of this match.
He will be. From New York. I think he came down here with Greg, right?
I'm not sure.
I thought he did. That's a oh, shoots that ball short. DS, what do you guys play on up there? Is it diamonds? Is it gold crowns? Valleys? I know there's only about what 312 different brands of tables, so yeah,
Chris with a
I'm banking this ball. I'm not
Yes.
playing safe, and it looks like he's trying to bank it as well. Is it short?
comes up short.
Gets the two right in front of the side pocket. Skyline GC3.
Gold Crown 3.
Okay. I was like, I know Skyline's a car.
No, it's also a pool hall.
Oh, okay.
John was
All right,
able to
so
cut
now
that ball
now
inside.
now
Came
I've
around
taken on.
nicely.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just say cut it inside, came around nicely for the 3.
Oh, okay. And I just punched this ball out. Draw it up above the 9. I don't want to get too close to the 5.
Ooh.
See, that's why I like just coming right above the 9. If I end up getting straight, I can shoot it in the corner. If I give myself the angle, I can shoot it in the side. And either way, I can still get back on the 6. The 5 went in every pocket but one. So there's no reason to try and get perfect on it. Now, even if he makes this 5, he is going to be... He's got to go 3 rails and control the cue ball just to have shape on the 6.
And three rails most likely brings you to the left side of the 6-9, which means you might have shape to see the 6, but not to make it.
John's just mocking me right now with that Skyline Billiards and Bar shirt. Where do you play? Oh, it's only advertised on the player's back. It's fine. Plays it safe. And then leaves distance and leaves the bank. And this is a tough shot. I'm not going for it. I believe they're set up there. Yeah. So Brian Jones is coming to turn in the score sheet, so I'm guessing that he won. And if Brian won, Brian beat Joey Zutel the third, and now he will be playing Henry Cha. Alright, so Chris just had the containing safe. It was impossible, and without hitting the ball absolutely perfect, and even hitting it perfect, it would have been impossible to make that 5 and get shape on the 6. So he's just trying to leave the same situation for John. It's hard to make this 5 and get on the 6, and you want to keep leaving that for your opponent. Oh, he hit that ball really good. All right, so Chris is going to be in a little bit of trouble here. He can go 3 rails around and actually kick the 5 back up table. And with a good kick, he can end up kicking it 2 rails and putting it back behind the 5. Now, of course, that's in a perfect world and perfect situation. Let's see what happens. So one hit about the first diamond on the bottom rail after this first rail. Second rail's got to be about the diamond. Oh, he hit right before it and came long. If you hit closer to the diamond, or even a little bit past the diamond on the right side, well, your left side on the screen, then you'll 100% always come in and kick that ball out because it's a little bit above the diamond there, or spot point diamond. All right, so John plays a good safe, gets ball in hand, and this time he has to run 5 balls. We know he can run 3 very well. Let's see if he can get to that 5 ball. Well, that fifth ball. I'm just putting a little bit of top coming underneath the 7. I like the angle to go into the rail. Some people like the angle to go outside, away from the rail. Some people just like to be able to shoot the ball. So I'm not going to say that's bad shape. I'm expecting everybody in this tournament to still make this ball and get out here. All right. And he rolls just a little bit further than he would like, but he's still going to be fine. I personally I hit this ball with low right and spin it and try and come around the 9. You give yourself more of the table to work with, and your angle, no matter where you're going to be at, you're going to have an angle towards the pocket. Because even if you happen to roll too far, you'll just have the angle to go on the other side. Ooh, rattles it and it goes in. All right, so John takes a 4-3 lead, and it will be Chris to break.
So that's what the scores are. 4-3. 4-3. John. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Well, one way to always get settled down is get ball in hand 3 games in a row with 3-3 and then 5 balls to run. And you turn a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 lead. We have one of the lovely, awesome waitresses from Champions. She was stealing a little bit of the thunder, getting on the stream for a little bit. She even fixed her hair, had a little flower in it. John was trying to order a Coke, and he just happened to be sitting right there. Brian Pope, whichever one you want to be called is what I will call you from now on. Yeah, this is a very nice pool run. I used to go to different Champions everywhere. There was one in Shirlington, Laurel, Towson had one.
Yes.
Yeah, there was ones all over. I like this one. I come here even when we don't have tournament. This has been one of my favorite places to go outside of Brews, without a doubt. So it's really good decor. I've always gotten great service here. The management staff's always been nice, and the tables all play really good. Chris is trying to play it safe, but didn't get behind the 9 and hit the 2 a little too hard, so it snuck out. He wanted to put the 2 pretty much on the head rail. See, you only think that's a big trip. If you would have left on like Wednesday and drove a half hour, an hour a day, it's not that bad.
If you only drove a half hour or an hour a day, you wouldn't be here yet.
I'm out of a part of North Carolina. I can get to Falston, Shelby, because that's where I used to live, and that's in the southwest tip. I can get there in 7 hours. My
Yeah,
sister
but
lives in Raleigh, Durham.
Wednesday was only 3 days ago.
Well,
An
I'm saying-
Ored day would have only been 3 hours.
Well, I'm saying my sister lives in Raleigh, Durham area. It takes her 4 hours. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today, 4 hours. 7 hours.
Must be flying if you can get here from Raleigh Durham in 4 hours.
She's not a good driver. I will never get in the car with her. Like I have a bad problem with my tires popping just because I have no clue. She used to hit curbs and other cars, and that's what would cause hers to pop. That is a good. He's settled down. That's 2 games in a row that he has played a really good safe on the 5. Ah, Cherryville. I wish I still lived in North Carolina. Well, a part of me does. The other part, I'm very happy in my situation here in Maryland, which is it's been a long time since I've been able to say that. But I absolutely love North Carolina. Ooh, he
Nice
hits
hit.
that perfect. He needs to. Oh, did he get the smallest window ever?
It is hard to say, but I think he did.
That. If John has this window, that's just bad luck.
Yeah, that's terrible luck if
Yeah.
he put that ball in that window.
Because that window is literally a cue ball wide. I could just say a ball wide since they're all the same size. Not always, though, on the magnetic one, but I'm going on a tangent. It doesn't matter. He might just have to jump the quarter of it. Quarter of the 8 and 3 rails in the side. Wilkie tried to show him that shot earlier. All right. Front Royal fraternity at the end of June.
That's whenever hurts TTMD
Okay.
10 ball. At least I'm assuming.
Yeah, because I think that's a 26 through
Yep.
something. Yeah. Oh, undercut it.
Oh wow.
And while John has gained his confidence, Chris seems to have lost a little bit of his. And if I'm going to be either one of them, I would rather gain confidence throughout the match than have it
Yes, absolutely.
teeter away. Unless I'm up 6-0 on the guy, then hey, I hopefully don't need confidence to win 1 game out of 8. 7.
Or 7.
7. I can definitely win 1 out of 8. I'll play by myself. I am looking forward to Wayne's tournament. I unfortunately was unable to get a spot because we were supposed to be in Florida for nationals, but so I still think it's going to be a good tournament.
Yes. Oh,
All right, and after I just talk up John, he wants to go ahead and miss the 6 ball, which didn't really look like he took his time with. What side of the 9 you're coming down on? Ooh.
he didn't really come down on either side of the 9.
No.
I mean, he hit the 6 too thick, so he would add a little more speed if he had cut it properly, but still wouldn't have gotten back down there.
No, that little bit of speed is not going to account for 6 more feet.
No, not at all.
But the trajectory of that ball,
I mean, it was
looks like it was going
Yeah.
to the
And he
correct
was,
side.
as I was saying, it was at least on the correct side that he could see the 8. He could have banked it back up table and tried to leave the cue ball behind the 9 or something.
Oh, be careful.
This is tight. Tight. Oh, he got by there. Very nice. A little close to his work, but should be able to just draw back and play the 9 in the same pocket.
He loves leaving himself this angle.
He
And
does.
He tends to look like he overcuts every single one of them. Hit that one dead center, though.
All right, so John goes up 5-3. I'm not certain, but I believe we are going to have Scott Haas versus Dylan Spoor coming up next on the stream.
That would be nice. Yeah, Pope. If they would have had like a couple more big names in that tournament, I would have been really interested. But it just didn't seem like worth it for me to drive all the way to Front Royal for what a mediocre field at best. I think you have like 5 of the top 20 players in the world playing in it.
As I say, yeah, there's only 3 people with Fargos over 800 in the
Yeah.
tournament.
That might be one of the strongest tournaments I've ever seen, and we've had some really strong ones for
Yes.
just the Maryland States. But that might be one of the strongest non-U.S. Open tournaments I've ever seen. And yeah, unfortunately, I had something else planned that I'm no longer doing, so now I get to twiddle my thumbs and just watch. Yeah, they're all going down. They're all going down to Front Royal to win a tournament. Well, for us, that's down. It's for you, it's up. I know what he meant, but
Yeah. So, a good break by John. Did not really leave himself much of a shot here on the 1, so I think we'll be seeing a safety. Then
it hit the
cue ball
6.
back out.
Now, he did leave actually pretty much the perfect angle here for Chris to be able to kick the 1 ball in and just come up for the 2.
Chris and John worked together there to get the turtle rack off the table, as it was under the 9 ball.
Teamwork makes the dream work. While I really do love how many viewers we have right now, if we could go ahead and share this to whatever pages you have, share it on your Facebook, log into a different computer and watch it on 2 different things. Oh. I would love just in this first match just to be able to get over 100 views, 25 likes, and 6 new subscribers. If we could get that, not that my happiness means anything to you guys, but that would make me happy. Yeah, Scott Haas has beat me like a drum plenty of times. I think I have gotten lucky twice, maybe 3 times against him. Once, though, I think he took off 6 months and came back, and he was feeling under the weather. I had like everything in the world working for me, and I think I beat him hill.
I know you beat him at least once, because there was one time we were running a tournament together, and you came back to the tournament desk and said you won, and I said in a really surprised voice, "You did?" And then felt bad that I sounded so surprised that you had beaten him.
Hey, trust me, I'm surprised anytime I still win a match. I don't really care who it is. It's just, but definitely with him, I've had so much respect for his game for so long.
I agree. I don't think I've ever actually played him.
And what, I can't remember if you have. Maybe in like one of the monthlies, but I don't know. Not anymore because you run them and don't play in them. But
I've played.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Larry. I've played Thomas a couple times, but I don't believe I've ever played Scott. Oh.
As great as Thomas is, and he really is, and he will always go for more in any Calcutta we ever go to. He makes me play the best pool ever. I think I've beaten him like 6 of the last 7 times we played.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm a better player, but the record's got to show. And I don't understand. I've loved watching him progress and grow over the couple years that I have known him. And I say a couple, I think it's been 4 or 5. Oh, this is going to be tricky. He's got to hit it thin. If he hits this too thick, he's going to be in trouble. That's going to work, but I still think that's too thick.
Didn't get under cover, but he's left them long.
Yes. And now I'm not trying to thin this ball back. I'm banking the 7 ball up and trying to put the 8 ball underneath the cue ball underneath the 8. Because if you try and thin it, once again, if you hit it too thick, you're in a load of trouble. Like that. I mean, you did create distance, but you've left ball close to a rail and straight in with him not having to do anything to get position on the 8. So
Yeah.
it is a shot Chris is supposed to make 9 out of 10 times. I'll be fair, 8 out of 10. That's a very good
And
shot.
He knocks it in. Gives
then
himself
from
a good angle to get back up on the 9.
yeah, just put a little bit of top left here. I've actually seen people. Put top right on this, and you hold it off, but you still come past the side rail. I put top left and try and come where the magic rack is. Well, on that angle.
Yes.
So, and Chris hits that good.
Has this to pull within 5-4.
And it is 5-4, and it will be Chris's break to try and get it to even.
Yep.
You got a blank one right now. Oh. I'm gonna do numbers on it.
Oh.
Flip a coin. Flip a coin. I'll do either $10 or 20. I got a coin. Heads it's 20. $20.
$20 for what?
$20 boxes. 50-50.
For how many numbers? Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and keep watching.
All right, so Chris to break here.
Very important break. He's been breaking them pretty well.
Yes.
He just took a big old breath, collecting himself. So he needed to get out that rack just for a confidence booster. Trust me, I've been there. I was there on Thursday night, where you just can't seem to have anything go right for a little bit.
Yeah.
Just got to collect yourself and come back out, and that is going to be the perfect break to do it. The 7-8 needs a little bit of work, but in my mind, that's an easy combo.
I agree.
So you just draw back a little bit on the 1. Try and get yourself a pretty straight angle on the 2. And yes, I did say a straight angle because that is still an angle. And you just put a little bit of right on this ball, come out center table. And then from there, I don't really see any issue.
No.
Now,
I
if he
agree.
wants, he can actually. I was going to say he could draw back on the 3, give himself an angle to put the 5 in the side. That way he can put the 7 in the side and not have to worry about playing the combo. But that combo really is dead end. Well, close enough to dead. So.
Yeah, the biggest issue is where the 7 ball goes after you play the combo and getting shape on it.
Oh, now that I have this angle, I'm drifting over and shooting the 7 in the corner. I'm just hitting this ball with a little bit of, pretty much just center left, and I'm coming over to right underneath the pocket and shooting the 7 in the side. I mean, in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Perfect.
Yeah, very nicely played.
Got a little bit closer to the rail than he wanted. You can just, you can, if you run into the 8, you might be okay.
Yeah.
I'm jacking up. I like drawing everything that I can. So I'm jacking up and just nice solid stroke, drawing back behind the 8 to shoot the 8 in the same exact pocket. And that does two things. One, if you happen to miss and hang the 7, you have the 8 as a blocker. 2, if you make it, now you're dead in on the 8. But he looks like he's going to go forward and try and just
Yeah, I
bump
like
the 8.
this. I like this better personally.
I think it is the higher percentage shot, your shot, with just running into it.
Just come down nicely, shape on the 8, or excuse me, the 9. I'll
He
have this
loves
shot.
getting closer
Yeah,
to
as
his
I say,
rails.
it's getting on the rail, but it shouldn't be a problem. I'll have this shot to tie the match.
All right, and it is 5-5
John
with
to
John
break.
to break.
And let's hear from a couple more of our sponsors.
So everybody who's listening out there, thank
Nez
you.
Q's, high quality, high
At 125,
performance.
we have 100. I said 100, I think before, but you know, I'm always going to want more. 100 people in the chat. If I can get 25 likes, 6 new subscribers, that'd be awesome. Share it. We will be here all day. Please talk to us in the chat. Let us know anything, any tournaments that you think you might be able to make in the future. Just pretty much talk to us. Okay.
It's a good break by John.
Well, thank you, buddy. Where are you from?
Yes, thank you, buddy, definitely. I believe we ended up with 92, Brian.
Yeah, we had a max of 96, and we ended with 92. Yes. And that's with Zion dropping out and someone else. Who was?
But we had a couple last-minute
an entry.
entries to
Yeah.
balance out the...
So we could have had 96.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pro-wise in this, if you want to, I don't know who you count as a pro, but we have Joey Korziak, Steve Fleming, Brandon Schuff,
Sean Wilkie,
Kevin Brett
West.
Stoudemire, Bucky Soventhal.
Yeah.
I believe I'm saying that
Something
correct.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it.
Yeah, Kevin West.
Yeah, and speaking of Kevin West, I have been handed a note. We've had a change. We'll not be bringing you Scott Haas and Dylan Spoor. We will be bringing you Kevin West and Robert Palucho next.
Robert is a 625 on this.
Yeah.
So. No, buddy. We don't have. I don't have any information on that at all, other than the fact that that's a very good shot by John. Jumps over the 9 ball, makes the 5, draws back a little bit for the 6. That was pretty sporty. Yeah, 96 is a grind. How many did we get at Brews the last one?
I think we had just over 100.
Yeah. It makes it fun. I like seeing all these people from all over. We have people from, let's see, Maine, a lot from New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, North Carolina, Maryland, obviously, Virginia.
Delaware.
I don't know if we have anybody. Oh yeah, Matt Crawl's in it as well. But I don't know if we have anybody from DC.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure I really know any pool players that live in DC.
No, it's too expensive.
I also don't know that we have anybody from West Virginia, even though we're not far at all from West Virginia here.
Isn't the league room's West Virginia, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
That's right.
So we have a couple people from there here, but that doesn't mean they necessarily live in West Virginia.
No, and also that's not the part of West Virginia that's close to here. That's like 6 hours from here. But
Yeah, it does kind of curve. Virginia's like, we don't want that part, and Pennsylvania's like, neither do we. You can call him lucky, and I won't disagree. But at the same time, that boy plays. I gotta stop calling him boy. He's got to be at least 10 years older than me. He plays good. All right, Chris looks like he's gonna try and draw this 3 rails around, put it in the top right corner, and leave him.
oh, he hit that nice.
Hit it a little soft. Oh no,
No,
No, hit a
I
little
think
soft.
He's fine. Yeah, well, a little, but
it's only because he has to stretch.
okay. Chris
Well-
gets the lead back. First lead since he was up 3-2. And
It does make it worse. And it will be his break to try and close out the set.
yes,
I like how you try and read it on my little screen when you have
it's because it comes up on your screen before it comes up on mine.
by about 3 seconds. DC people aren't working. There's still, what is it? It's Buffalo Billiards in DC. That's still the only pool hall I know of.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Chris to try and break and close out this set. Was up 3-1, went down 5-3, and has fought back and won the last 3 games. Pretty good break there. He's not going to have
As long as that cue ball slows down.
It's,
Yeah, it's all right.
he's just not going to have any type of shot at all on the 2. Columbia, South Carolina, buddy. I'm more of a North Carolina boy at heart, but I mean either Carolina I'd be fine with. You guys just wear the wrong colors. Yes, Andy, this is the first round. First matches of the day. And while people would not consider him a pro, another player who has the ability to pretty much beat anybody here, Shane Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. And I don't believe we mentioned Nathan Childress either. Another.
I have a problem calling anybody under 20 years old a pro.
Well, no,
Yeah.
but another player that
Oh, yeah.
definitely has the ability to beat anybody in the field.
Oh, without a doubt, yes.
Yeah.
He coming off a nice win in the International Junior Tour. What, the Illinois, Indiana? I believe it was Illinois.
I think you're correct.
Yeah.
I wonder why Shane Wolford didn't come up with him.
Maybe he just wanted a weekend off.
Oh.
Yeah. Good evening, Mark. Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
I mean, Shane is the Maryland State Bar Box 9-ball champion. I figured he'd want to come up here and see if he could take the title on both tables.
Good morning, Mark. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, I'm just hoping to hope that we can bring you a lot of really competitive and good matches. And then while we both, me, Dave, I will. I'll tell him. I just do. I mean, I'm sorry. You're not.
Is Filler still under 20? I thought he was 20 or 21 now. Fedor Gorst is not 20.
No.
But
And yes, both of them can spot me ridiculous amounts, and I still don't want to play them.
Jeremy, no, we're getting Kevin West and Rob Palucho next. That's a first round match, whereas Dylan and Scott both got buys and is a second round match. So it's possible we'll get that one after Kevin's match.
Watching in England.
All right, we've gone international.
Yeah. Filler is 21 now, so yes, he's a pro.
Yeah.
And even that, Dylan Spore. Scott Haas, Thomas Haas. I mean,
Yeah.
up and down this list is so many people.
Yes, yeah, there's a lot of top talent here today.
Yes. I don't know what left. Oh, left English. I was like, I thought he was talking about left England. Like, where is left England? I mean, it's the left side, but Bulgaria.
Hello, Vladimir. We're glad you could join us.
Thank you for checking in, Troy. From Delaware, from everywhere. Now, I don't play safe here. I'm taking on this bank, trying to come 3 rows around for the 3. My opponent on the hill, if I'm going to go out, I'm going out firing. And getting a safe in the middle of it. Well, we do thank you all for joining in and watching from everywhere that you guys are. Hopefully, going to bring you 2 days of really good action. From all the people that I've just mentioned, you've heard we have a very, very strong field, and there's no one clear-cut favorite.
No.
And I love it. Well, thank you, Joey. We love doing it, and we just want to bring pool to as many people as we possibly can. So
Yes,
the more people that want to watch, the more we want to do it. And a Josh roll would have been different. I would have made the ball and head shape. It would have hit off the 8 and gone in somehow. Or but Chris is going to slow. See, that's the speed. That's the right speed to safe
I don't know
yourself
about
right behind the 8. You're right. He did get a Josh roll there. So unlucky. If luck wasn't part of the game, I'd never lose.
Yeah, all right.
Might have been a little frustration there, but it's not the worst thing that could have happened. All right. John's just going to roll this ball in. He doesn't really have to do anything. The angle's going to take him up table, and he should have a shot to cut the 5 in. So he makes the 3, has a good angle on the 5. Now this is where, you have a couple of different thoughts. He kind of went in between them. It was either stay under and shoot it in the corner or come over and shoot it in the side, but he's still going to be fine.
Yeah,
And come
it's
3
fine,
rows.
'cause
Oh, he hit it way
hit
too
that
hard.
awfully hard.
And as soon as he hit it, he turned around. You could see it in with his shoes, which are really nice shoelaces right there. You can see it in his shoe. He just did like a full
Really
360.
shiny shoes.
He does have shiny shoes. And he was very, very not happy with that. For a technical term. Very not happy. Very, very. What part of Russia is that? Oh, 2-rail banks it in the side. Perfect speed. Good shot, John.
Wow. And this shot to send us to Hill Hill in our first TV match of the day.
Yeah. As long as he... There you go. I bet they do
Knocks it
not
down.
jinx him. I know it's usually Jeremy with announcer jinx, but...
Travis was doing a pretty good job of it in our last tournament.
Yeah. Why is he not here?
I don't know. I know he has a go-karting thing tomorrow, so I don't know if he just didn't play because he wouldn't be able to come back for day 2.
Well, let's be honest. He wouldn't have had to worry about that. What up, Thad? Thad is actually a regular at Brews. He plays Tuesday nights, I believe. But I grew up with him. We went to the same school from knee high to duck to he's a really big guy. So hopefully one day Thad will join one of these tournaments. And Troy, I can't disagree with that. I love 9-ball for that factor. A lot of people hate it. I love that a miscue could turn into a winning shot. To me, it's the fun factor. But yes, if I do like how you said you like 10-ball instead of saying you like playing called shot 9-ball. If you want to play called shot 9-ball, play 10-ball.
I
I
absolutely agree with that.
So I like that. Yep, Hill. John puts a pretty good breakdown. And I don't see any issues. I was trying to make one up with the 5 and 6 there, but all he has to do is a little bit of left, come out center table. He'll be fine. I don't want to be straight on this ball. But
No, I agree.
it looks like he has a little bit of angle to draw back out, but I definitely don't want to be straight on that ball. Now, if you can cheat it a little bit if you're straight, you're not trying to draw this back. You just stun it over and you shoot the 3 in the lower left-hand corner. That way you can roll forward for the 5. He stopped it. You need to go a little bit, give yourself a little bit more angle, well, a little bit less angle.
Jeremy, I'm not sure if this was what Josh was referring to when he said that Chris was the favorite on paper, but it's a 626 to a 578 in terms of Fargo.
Yes, that is what I was looking at.
I am not familiar with John's game at all. This is the first time I have seen him play. I have seen Chris before.
John has played in the Maryland States up here before.
Oh,
I
no,
believe.
I know. I just have never actually seen him play. So.
And to win this set, he will have to make his biggest run of the day. It will be 6 balls. Oh, overhit it. All right. Now, do you play the safe where you put the 7 behind the 9? Or do you cut the ball? Do you 2-rail bank it? What do you do here?
I definitely don't 2-rail bank it. I'd probably try and get the 7 up behind the 9 ball here.
Yeah, I don't 2-rail bank this either. As aggressive as I'd want to be, Hill right now though, I'm cutting this ball.
Yeah.
Once again,
If I'm feeling really good about my game, I will try cutting this. But
he's putting a lot of inside on this ball. Watch out for that side pocket. Oh, he hit that ball good.
Oh, wow.
Wow, he hit that ball really good too.
He did. Yeah, I would have been cutting that with outside to come 2 rails around for the 8, not
I cut it with center ball.
you cut it center ball.
Yeah, I'm just coming back and forth, and I'm not hitting it hard at all. Well, I'm hitting it hard enough to get there, hopefully. That kind of defeat the purpose of the shot.
Yes.
Just gonna put a little bit of low left here. Come back out. He's gonna be fine, but this is not where he wanted to be. It gives him just that weird angle
Yes.
to where he can go anywhere he wants, but he doesn't want to do any of it. Just don't follow it. There you go. Yep. I don't like following that ball. I'm drawing that ball out.
Yeah,
Mainly
he's left
because-
himself a really tricky angle here.
Yeah, it's not like it's an important shot or anything. Yeah, very short. And he didn't get good position on the ball either. But there's a couple different shots he can do. He can actually bank this 9 ball straight back up table and just put the cue ball on the rail and 9 on the rail. It's not a shot I'd want to go for hill, but I'm banking this ball in the bottom left-hand corner where his body's at all day. Kind of like that. And I probably would miss it the same exact way. So John's going to come to the table.
Not a simple shot, but I would expect him to make this here.
He's got to lean out over the table. He might even get the bridge, unless he has an extension, which he does. Oh, have you seen it before? They'll put their cue on the table and walk away, and when they put it down, the cue rolls and actually hits the cue ball, and it's a foul.
No.
I've seen that, and I don't feel bad for the person at all, ever. But that's just, sometimes it's just funny. It reminds me of when Jeremy dropped the chalk on when he was playing Christina Tkach.
Yeah, I'm
Just-
sure he didn't need to be reminded of that, but
Oh, he didn't need to, but oh no, it's definitely a foul, and I've seen it happen all the time.
oh,
And with that extension, he still just hit it a little short.
yeah, that's what Josh is here for, just to ruin your good morning, Jeremy.
Hey, your morning's over, okay? It is afternoon. Don't give me that Delaware time difference either. All right, so
And Chris knocks it down, takes the match 7-6, and we'll be back in just a moment with
Kevin
Kevin
West.
West and Rob Palushko.